You could say that my career was determined early on by my passion for IT. I saw my first computer when I was 11. I remember it was a Commodore PET 2001. At 17, I bought a TRS-80 and I started programming. When I finished studying computer science, I immediately decided to work for myself. I conducted several projects and created a company, ADN Computing, which I sold. For 30 years, I worked as a developer on many different projects. I've set up networks and web servers, but also worked on detecting stolen checks, decoding fax messages, and imaging. I programmed a tomographic scanner. I've witnessed several revolutions, from MS-DOS to Windows via PIC, from Minitel to the internet, as well as various computer languages. Currently, I work for a large hospital in Geneva with 20 other developers on patient records and medical coding. The first time I heard of Bitcoin, I didn't pay much attention. When Mt. Gox went bankrupt in late 2013, I started to get interested. I joined Bitcoin Meetup Group in Geneva and I began studying Bitcoin. I was very impressed by the blockchain. I began investing in different cryptocurrencies. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. Either way, I continued learning. I invested in the Ethereum project somewhat by chance. But when I saw what they had developed, I thought it was Bitcoin to the power of 10. And I converted most of my assets into Ether. I became the organizer of the Bitcoin meetup in Lyon. It's a gathering of enthusiasts from beginners to diehards. I explained how the blockchain works and how miners create Bitcoins and wallets, how to trade. Maxence always wanted to make video games. When I saw his latest project, I thought, wow, okay, I'll help him achieve this project and I'll invest in it. He needed funds for development, but also a new concept to make it a winner. I thought that using the blockchain was ideal. It lets us finance the project and defines the entire economy of the game. I have a friend on Geneva, Shaban Chamay, who led the way with Spell of Genesis. His game was released and is now a real success. What's fascinating for players is that they finally have true ownership of their game assets and tokens. They can trade them or sell them even outside the context of the game.